All right, this is Derek here with GetMoneyMusic.com. We're here doing an interview with Miss Kat Stacks. How you doing today?
What's up?
What up? So you've been in the news a lot lately. What is up with you and WorldStar? What happened with that?
Well, it was actually kind of personal wise, you know. I hired him to manage me a week before I got locked up. And, you know, I haven't really, you know, like worked for him. So before I could ever like, you know, work for him and actually make any money, I got locked up. And, you know, when I came out, we were still in the same terms, but I have no contract with him. And, you know, since it was me and my views and my entertainment that made WorldStar what it is today, he chose the name Queen of WorldStar for me. And, you know, I represented it. I got it tatted on my chest. I got, you know, his face on my back. And, you know, to show loyalty, you know, like I'm down for you because, you know, I came from the game of, you know, pimps and hoes. And, you know, I was the bottom bitch. And when you're the bottom bitch, you know, you're the one that represents him. And you got to show your loyalty and always, you know, ride or die. So I wanted to prove that to him. And everything was going well. Until I guess when I was locked up, he had met this like homeless girl. She was a street worker too. And he like saved her and like tried to put her as a rapper. So he's been like trying to start up her career on WorldStar. And when I started claiming the queen title, then she started claiming first lady.
Who is that?
Huh?
And who is that?
A nobody. I ain't gonna say her name.
Don't even want to give her that recognition, huh?
At all.
All right, what?
Like, it ain't like she's, you know, Nicki Minaj or something, but anyway, so whatever, he put her first lady, and I was like, okay, how you gonna put a bitch that brings nothing to the table as first lady, you know? It's like, what is she doing? Is she booking shows? Is she doing features with like 2 Chainz or Lil Wayne or somebody? No, you're not doing shit except having sex, and you having sex get in between your business. And that's not good management, you know? That's like I said in the interview before, that's like Lil Wayne firing Nicki Minaj as the queen of Young Money over his girlfriend. Like, really? That's like a bad business move. So I didn't like that, and I confronted him about it. And of course, he ignored me when I told him that, because I had, you know, just had the Queen of WorldStar phone case and all that stuff. So I'm like, you know, what is you doing? So he ignored me, so I confronted her. And I was like, look, bitch, you're not the first lady of WorldStar. You don't do nothing for WorldStar, and you don't even deserve the WorldStar chain because you ain't doing nothing except showing your ass, and you won't even really get ass anyways. So, yeah, so he got, once I cursed her out, he went off on me. He was like, I'm done with you, and I'm taking your bookings email off, and then he blocked me. And wow. I was like, word, you know, like, is that serious? Like, she means that much to you instead of business? Like, you know, we have a book coming out. We had, you know, 2 reality show investors and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? You gonna fuck all that up over this bitch? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I changed the bookings email, and then I had Tasha hit me up. She used to work for WorldStar. She used to be my booking agent before I got locked up. Okay. So she hit me up, and she was like, I'll help you out. You know, I was so happy that she hit me up because I had all these new people trying to, you know, manage me in bookings. And I'm like, damn, I got to start again from zero. So I was like, I was cool when Tasha hit me up. So I got pissed off to show him. He was like, well, you got to apologize to WorldStar if you want to come back to me. He started hitting up my mom, and I'm like, I'm not apologizing. You're the one that fired me first over this bitch. Like, what type of business is that? That's not the business where I want to be in with this personal problems. I'm all about money, you dig? You know, that's why I got it. Excited on me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I was like, he was like, you gotta apologize. Like, I need you. I don't need you. You became my manager a week before I got locked up. I was hustling before you, and I'm gonna hustle after you. So that's how I felt. And then, you know, I pawned the chain to show you oh, I'm disrespecting your bitch. You say I'm being disrespectful for the world star. I'm gonna show you how real disrespectful I can get because you know I'm from the street. So I pawned the chain. You know, people was like, oh, you dumb bitch. You could have gotten more money if you would have, you know, sold it off online or something. And I'm like, it's not about the money because I don't need money. It was about show you a disrespect, like a spit in your face. That's what it was about.
So speaking of money, what's next for you in your career?
Well, right now, since I have a new bookings agent, right now we're like, you know, doing contracts for like parties, photo shoots, and all that stuff. I have Memphis trying to put me in the reality show they has going on, and I have other investors. So it's like I still got it out of World Star. So just moving on.
All right, so this is one of the Twitter questions we had that came in from Jen and Juice 512. What are you most proud of in your career?
I'm proud that I made it out of that horrible, disgusting, secret society of pimps and hoes on the track, and I don't ever have to walk in the street a day in my life. And I get paid just to show up at a club for 30 minutes for 2,500. And I think that's big coming up where I came from, you know, coming from escorts, street corners, and giving all your money back to a pimp 7 days a week.
Cool.
Out of that.
So I had a lot of questions come in about the book. Everyone wants to know, like, give us the rundown. Like, what's the name of your book? When do you plan to have it come out?
Well, the book is on the World Star Hip Hop Publishing.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what's going on right now. Like, I have the book already, you know, online. And I'm not sure what's going on with this since it's under Q. And since Q is not acting like a businessman, he's thinking with his dick instead of money-wise. So I'm having Tasha look over the contract right now with a lawyer, and we're trying to see what's going on. Either way, I got a story to tell, and anybody will give me another book deal. I just chose World Star because that was who was managing me before. So, well, the book was called Lemire Andrea, Surviving Savagery to Saving Lives. It was actually an autobiography about the street game of, you know, because a lot of people, you know, what you see in like movies or like Hustle and Flow or like the Mac and stuff like that, that's the outside looking in. That's, you know, all scripted. You don't know what really goes on in the game, how mostly the girls working in the street are either 12, 13, 14. You know, when I first started working, I was 14. And, you know, they don't just pick up a grown woman and be like, hey, you know, choose up, you know, it's pimping. No, they get a little girl. You might meet her at the mall. You might meet her at the bus stop. That's where they usually go. Or like at the Greyhound stop. Or like get runaways and they force them into the game. It's not like they choose up. They always say the game is by choice, not by force. And that's a lie. So I was like bringing the facts out of the underground world that I was in. And I had pictures to prove facts. I had, you know, the FBI charges, you know, from my pimp because he was like 30 years old and I was like 14. And, you know, I had, you know, the abuse reports with pictures. So I had like all this facts to put in the book. People mostly think it was a superhead book, like, oh, I'm fucking this nigga and this what it was. That's not what the book was about. It actually had a meaning to it of human trafficking in America. Because people always think it's overseas that goes on, but it goes on out here, but people just put a blind eye to it.
Oh, definitely. There's not a lot of good coverage, like in-depth coverage for someone who's been involved with it. So that'd definitely be a good look. But
like it's personal experience for 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm almost 24 and I was in the game since 14. Since before I had boobs.
Well, another question that came in from Twitter, the real Jay Nasty asked, what happened between you and Soulja Boy?
We're okay now. I spoke to him while I was locked up and we just settled our beef and we just kept it moving. Absolutely. I haven't spoken to him since 2011, so I'm not sure. I've been with his friends and stuff, you know. Like you can see it on Instagram, it was like Jabbar and to the K and them, but I haven't seen him.
I saw him in one of your interviews a couple of years ago. You said when you were locked up, like Mims was really the only rapper that reached out to you to try to help. Do you still talk with him, or?
He was actually out here like couple of weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago. So we still cool. He came out to Miami. He was at Starboy Studios. So we still keep in contact.
What's up? So, of all the people in the game, you've been linked to several rappers. Of all of them you've been linked to, who do you regret the most in dealing with?
I don't regret nothing I ever done in life.
All right. All right. That takes away my next question. When you get out, did any rappers treat you differently?
When you're locked up, it's like you're dead, but you're alive. Everybody forgets about you. And once you're out, it's, hey, party time again. What's up? Like, you exist again. And, hey, it's business.
Yep. So I heard a couple rumors about you doing music stuff. Is there any truth to that, or?
I've had offers from ghostwriters and, people trying to work with their labels, but that's not what I'm after.
Yep.
Because the federal judge of immigration said I have to be positive, not promote. See, usually in rap music, you're promoting drug dealing, you're promoting killing, you're promoting prostitution. You can hear Trina or Lil Kim and them talking about, I sell the most ass and blah, 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 and talking all this. And that's promoting something that I'm not allowed to.
Okay.
I can't, because I was allowed to stay in the country because of my past, what I went through underage. So they wanted me to, like, be a positive, like, citizen role model.
Yeah.
Like, I can still be myself, but I just can't promote any of that stuff that I went through, and that's what the rap music is about. So that's why I can't get involved with that, because it will mess up my stay in this country.
Absolutely. All right, so getting involved with some of the other stuff that's been in hip-hop lately. We got to know, twerking's the biggest thing lately in hip-hop. Who's a better twerker, you or Miley Cyrus?
Well, Miley Cyrus, she's an artist. She's entertainment. And I used to be a stripper. I used to do it for work. So it's a difference.
For real.
Yeah.
All right, so, what else can fans look forward to coming up from Cat Stacks?
Just, I'm going to still be out there, and I'm going to still do me.
All right, word. Well, thank you for your time. Once again, this is GetMoneyMusic.com here at Cat Stacks. So we thank you very much, and good luck with everything you're doing.
All right, you too.
I miss you like crazy. I'm not the same without you. I miss everything about you. I was foolish, yeah. I miss you like